Live from the Raising Cane studio, it's Off the Bench.
All right, welcome back here. Off the Bench, hour number 3 on a Monday morning, live from the Raising Cane studio. Monday show brought to you by Bayou Automotive each and every Monday. If you're listening, we appreciate you. Good morning.
Yeah.
Hopefully your week's going to get started off the right way. It's going to be a great week.
It's going to be a great
I'm excited.
week. Yeah.
Taylor's going to be bringing you the weather every single day this week.
Preseason Thursday.
Oh, we do got preseason ball coming up. Let's go. So we got more football. Well, they teased us last week with a great game.
Yeah. Haynes King was fun to watch.
Haynes King versus Carson Beck. Ooh, shout out. I think he's got a little hammy
Got a
now.
little hammy now. They picked up old Kyle Trask.
Yep, still playing football. It's Kyle Trask. All right. Y'all ready? It's that time of the week. Let's get to a little weekend winners and losers.
That's how winning is done.
That's right! We can't have anyone freak out there, okay? We've got to keep our composure. We've got too far.
I'm by winning. I win here and I win there. Now what?
Are you doing what it takes to win a championship?
Wow, winning.
Well, then I guess there's only one thing left to do.
What's that? Win the whole thing.
All right, what a weekend it was. What a weekend. What a weekend it was with not a whole lot of sports happening.
Yeah.
So a lot of weekend winners and losers for me. Let's start with a winner. Pro Football Hall of Fame, my guy. This guy just came out just spitting heat right now. He turned this into not only a Hall of Fame induction speech, a thank you speech, but an absolute roast. Mr. Adam Vinatieri.
I would repeat those last few statements about Coach Bill Belichick as well. Thank you for demanding excellence every single day. Your preparation, discipline, and attention to detail shaped far more than my football career. Unfortunately, Bill couldn't make it here today. There's a lot going on at UNC right now. He may be on a recruiting trip right now looking for the next Lawrence Taylor. I thought it was because training camp had already started, but in truth, it's because he's judging his girlfriend's cheerleading competition.
Yes, absolutely. Well done. Hats off, Adam Vinatieri. You still got your fastball. And it didn't end with Bill Belichick. He roasted Pat McAfee a little bit and his wife at the same time. He said he said something about Pat was his holder because he was a punter. Said nobody is taking more pride in holding my balls than, He also made fun of Peyton Manning's forehead size. So, like, a lot of good stuff coming from Adam Vinatieri. Absolutely came out with a little swag, a little confidence that you got to have as a kicker. One of the best kickers ever do it. So that is my weekend winner.
That was good.
That was a good one, right?
Judging
his girlfriends. Judging his girlfriends.
Every time he hears
cheerleading
something, he's like,
competition.
God dang it.
Not just cheerleading, adult cheerleading competition at
That's
that.
rough.
It's the over 30 league.
It's the over 30.
You ever see those clips on like social media, the over 30s, like football league? I mean, watching these guys take these hits on the sideline. I'm like,
Yeah.
y'all are stupid.
Y'all are really dumb. So she's like in Ancient Athletes for cheerleading.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
That's awful.
Competitive cheerleading. All right, Rich, you got something?
I'd say just, every New Orleans Saints fan, the organization, everybody's a weekend winner, having another member of the organization into the Hall of Fame.
And they get to see, Sean Payton get up there and give a speech as well. That's a big win. A lot of nostalgia for Saints fans, Louisiana football fans in general, just to kind of look back on that era that, didn't end too long ago, but certainly lasted for a long time. And we talked about it at the end of hour number 2 and the impact it had after Hurricane Katrina and everything like that. So a lot of nostalgia there. So one hell of a weekend winner to all Saints fans and just Louisiana football fans in general. All right, Tay, what you got?
Yeah, we're going to stick with the New Orleans Saints. We're going to stick with the Hall of Fame, but we're going weekend loser.
Oh, boy.
And this is not Drew Brees. You're not the weekend loser when you get inducted into the Hall of Fame. Because we got another bad statue. We talk about bad statues on this show quite a bit.
Dude.
We're going to add one to the list. Who is this man right here? Because it's not Drew Brees. But that's his official Hall of Fame bust right there. I mean, that might as well be one of you guys up there. Like, that's not Drew Brees.
That guy's got Carson Beck eyes.
Well,
Yeah, it's the eyes that are really.
I was
high.
telling you before the show, I've been to the Hall of Fame Museum, and they got Troy Polamalu's locks perfectly intact. And you couldn't make a Drew Brees bust look like it.
They
It
got
just
the marker
it
Brees
blows
on
my
it.
mind.
Drew Brees is a lot of things, but like being a pothead, probably not one of them. And
Probably not.
I can even like tell that those eyes in that statue are bloodshot. Like I don't know how, but for whatever reason, you
The
can look at that
statue
statue and
looks
be like,
stoned.
yeah, those eyes are bloodshot for sure. And again, statue making has to be one of the lowest barriers of entry ever to be a professional statue maker. Anybody can do this because they're all bad. They're all bad at their job.
Here's your example. Look at Brees. Look at that. That's not the same person.
That is not the same
That
person.
looks more like Sean Payton than it does Drew
Kind of looks
Brees.
like it's crying right there.
It does.
Like right there,
I mean-
looks really sad.
I mean, my God.
I know that's not great for radio, but I mean that is pretty terrible.
Yeah, so if you're not watching, just go look up the statue. It is brutally bad. Like, and we did it, I think a couple months ago. I can't remember whose statue was revealed, but we went through like the most recent terrible athlete statues because
all
there's a
bad.
lot, and the bad ones are hitting over 500.
Yeah.
Like
The Dwayne Wade one to me is still the worst one.
yeah, for sure. It's a really bad one. But like the amount of times that statue makers and builders get it right doesn't happen very often. So we kind of celebrate. Oh
Look at Dwayne Wade.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
yeah.
That one's pretty bad.
And usually the busts for the NFL are really good.
The Hall of Fame ones are great.
And I will say I saw a picture of all of them from this weekend. None of them were very good. Like Larry Fitzgerald's looked like a mess. Like none of them were.
That Dwayne Wade we just said was really bad. I mean, can you not just like cut the head off and try again?
Yeah, like it's not.
Because you have to know when you did that and you walk up to see that for
Yep.
the first time, you're going to laugh.
Right.
And that's probably not what the guy who made that wants
And
to
again,
see.
like we've known who's making the Hall of Fame for a while. Like you and Dwayne Wade, they knew that statue was coming for a while. Like once you get the statue commissioned, I feel like these things go like they finalize them and they're finally made at the last second. Like let's set the timeline to where we could remake it or fix it if it looks bad.
Well, like, so here's the Palomalo one. They
That
did
looks
such a great
nice.
job with all the detail on his hair. Couldn't get the Drew Brees one fixed.
That looks nice. Yeah, I got it. Big weekend loser. Statue makers everywhere. Mm-hmm. All right, hey Luke, you got anything for us?
I do. I have a loser.
Oh, come on.
You might have heard of him, Matt. My loser is Bo Hostler.
Bo Hostler, yeah, golf.
Yeah. He was in contention at the
See the
Wyndham
one that
Champ-
wears the old school visor,
Yeah, that's him.
like with the stiff front.
Yeah, I followed him in college and with Texas. His attitude on the golf course when he's not playing well is horrible.
Poor to quite poor.
Yeah, and I saw it in college, and I mean he is like a
Whiny-
country club kid.
Oh gosh.
Like complains like it. Called him on a couple hot mics yesterday, yelling at his caddy. And I get he was trying to make the playoffs, the FedEx playoffs.
Mhm.
I get that, and I hope he's listening. The way he was acting,
Yeah.
horrible.
Yeah, lock it up. Grow up a little bit.
Yeah,
He's like the Shooter McGavin of the PGA
And look,
Tour.
A lot of great players out there that came from the country club world.
Yeah.
So this is like more of a overall statement, painting him a picture of like the guy that has the attitude where it's everybody else's fault,
yeah.
right? And just overreacts to it. We've seen it. Spoiled little brats.
See it in every sport.
Bo Hostler, you're a loser.
Was it Blaine Gabbert? People used to call him Blame Gabbert.
Oh, blame Gabbert. He's a loser
Blaine
too.
Gabbert. He used to just every time there was a mistake, it was somebody's fault.
Yeah. Hate to see it. Hate to see it. People take accountability. Don't be like Brendan Sorsby. Pat your chest sometimes. Say it was me. That was my fault that I hit that bad shot, not my caddies.
Exactly.
Not the greenskeeper. All right. Speaking of losers, let's go. I got a couple of losers. Taylor, do you have the picture pulled up?
Yeah.
That I put? All right. Let's go to our first weekend loser, Tom Brady. Guy wins at a lot of things. Won a lot of Super Bowls. Won a lot of championships. Wins in life. Was married to a supermodel. Does some good things. Everything he's done to this point in his life, out the window, discredited. Because he holds his nose when he jumps into water.
I saw that.
Look at this picture. What a weak beta move. And if you would have said $10 million, Matt, yes, true or false, Tom Brady holds his nose when he jumps into a body of water. I would have said false for all the money in the world.
Yeah.
100%.
Because he exercises a lot. He's still in great shape. I'm like, he probably swims a lot. He knows how to do
Probably
it.
says he is holding his, and it's not like he's diving backwards because he's scuba diving.
He's like barely hopping in.
He's
not walking off
water.
the edge.
He's penciling into the ocean from is that a jet ski or is it a very low boat? So is it a jet ski? Looks like it.
Looks like a jet ski.
So he's about 12 inches off the surface, the same distance from the side of a pool into a pool. He is holding his nose, reportedly not to get water up his nose.
So this is a tough day for me.
So usually this is a tough day. And Taylor, you did make mention in the group chat, like maybe we're all doing it wrong because Tom Brady does it this way.
If anybody would get a pass on this, for me, it would be Tom Brady.
Yep.
I don't know if you can get a pass on
Is
this.
he also
The more
wearing
I think about it, the more I've.
Is he also wearing some type of earplug?
It looks like something around his neck.
But it looks like it's
But
connected
it pops
to his,
up.
Yeah.
They may have been headphones while he was riding because they're not in this one.
Yeah.
They're only in the first picture, so he may have just taken them off.
Yeah.
Like just breathe
That's a
out of
bad
your
look.
just breathe out of your nose when you go into the water. Like don't hold it. Okay, so usually people that hold their nose are also shirt swimmers. So in good shape, has the avocado toast, does the right things for his body. Hadn't had a carb since 2003.
It's like how my 3-year-old jumps in the pool.
That's how you're 3, and this is how toddlers jump in the
That's
pool.
what they teach them at swimming lessons.
Yeah.
Yes, this is how toddlers. And so Tom Brady, everything you've done, take away the rings, take away the MVPs because you hold your nose when you jump into water.
That's a great one.
Weekend loser. I got.
I hate that.
I know
so
it's
much.
tough. It's a tough look. It's a tough look. All right, I got one more loser. This comes out of Brazil. There was a soccer match. I'm assuming a professional soccer match because there's a lot of people there. Well, I don't know this fella's name, but he scores a goal, and it's rightfully so excited about it. He decides to celebrate. There's a barricade along the edge of the soccer field.
Yeah.
The pitch is what Jacob likes
The
to call it.
pitch.
Well, he celebrated, and he jumps over said barrier, and look.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, my goodness.
So on this particular field, there is a tunnel in the field that is at field level, and it looks like an endless pit. He doesn't see this, and he jumps over the barrier and dives right into this black pit.
That's a
You
broken
had
ankle,
about
sure.
a 4-foot area
Yeah.
where you couldn't jump, and he found it.
Yep. So, like, think of it as a staircase that
Look at
goes
the
under
guy's
a
head.
stage.
What? Look at the guy standing to the side. Like he knows it's about to be bad. He puts
He's
his
like,
arms
no,
up
no,
quick.
no, no, no,
Oh,
no,
God.
no. So this guy jumps over in celebration. We've seen this timeless times in soccer, right? You score a goal, they jump over the barrier, they go try to celebrate with the fans. You could tell in this field, like the fans are really far away from the action, and that I'll call it the end zone on the behind the goal. And he jumps over, and immediately, surprise to him, I'm assuming there's a black hole of death right there. He doesn't die. He ends up climbing out of this is a staircase here.
Anybody
but
check on him?
It is the funniest thing to see. He just into the abyss.
Looks like a broken ankle.
It has to be some sort of injury. He had to land on a staircase, I think, going down.
Hit a rib somewhere, something.
Can't fake that
Something.
injury.
He got a toe.
He did.
He got a toe. He got a toe. So yeah, we can lose with this guy. And to add insult to injury, VAR came back and took the goal away. So he scored the goal, celebrated, and he got the goal taken away.
How do you get a goal taken away in soccer? You're a big soccer guy.
Offsides or we're all soccer guys after the World Cup. We saw numbers of goals taken away after the virtual assistant replay because of offsides that you couldn't really tell by the naked eye. I had to go to the camera, but
If you can't tell by the naked eye, then it should be good.
huh? I agree. Preach, brother.
Yeah, that was.
Dude, that's
insane.
a great video, by the way.
That is really good.
Fantastic. So if you're not watching, go check it out on the social media. Just type in, Brazil soccer in the
Dives in
black
the
hole.
hole.
There's no way there's more than one. If you're like, is this the video? Yeah, it's it.
Yeah, that's the video. He just disappears. So weekend loser there. All right. Anybody else with some sort of winner or loser from the weekend? Again, not a lot of sports. Maybe next week we got a little preseason action.
Yeah.
Maybe next week we'll have a little bit more. That's it. That's
I'm just going
exciting
through
stuff.
that guy's mind. He was so excited.
My God.
He jumps up, and then imagine the mid-flight fear.
Yeah. And you can't even call him like a showboat or anything because people do that all the time.
Yeah.
There's a hole in the field, and it fit his body perfectly. All right. That is it for this week's edition of Weekend Winners and Losers. A lot of good stuff around the world, around the globe right there. So, all right. When we get back, what we're going to do, we're going to turn our sights to the NFL again, and we're going to talk potential NFL playoff teams this year that didn't make it last year. So stay with us right here on Off the Bench.
Off the bench.
All right, if you've been putting off updating that old bathtub or shower because you think it's going to take weeks, you think it's going to tear your house apart, maybe cost you a fortune, well, I got good news for you. Bathfitter is changing the way Louisiana remodels bathrooms. Bathfitter creates custom-made tubs, showers, and wall systems that are built to fit your existing space with no major demolition, and in many cases, they can install your brand new bath or shower in as little as 1 day. So whether your bathroom is outdated, difficult to clean, or just doesn't fit your family's needs anymore, Bathfitter has a solution for you. They can replace an old tub, install a beautiful walk-in shower, or convert an existing bathtub into a safer, more accessible shower that's perfect for like an aging in place or anyone looking for added convenience or safety. So every installation is custom measured for your home. And because there are no grout lines to scrub, maintenance is simple, and your new bathroom stays looking great for years to come. Plus, everything is backed by a lifetime warranty for as long as you own your home, giving you added peace of mind. So go check them out today, bathfitter.com.
Say we were everything, oh babe, where have you been? You don't know half of it, stuck on a dream.
2007 champs, purple and gold to the core. This is Off the Bench with Hester and Flynn, Baton Rouge's go-to for all things Louisiana sports.
With your lips on my face when no one is around, I'm telling you this place is nowhere to be found when you're good.
All right, welcome back here Off the Bench, hour number 3 here on a Monday morning. We're hoping you're having a great start to your week. Monday show brought to you by Bayou Automotive, BayouAutomotive.com. We're also live here from the Raising Cane's studio. Let's talk a little NFL, but before we do, I want to tell you about our newest friends over at Caterus. When you think about Louisiana, you think about energy, and one company helping shape the future is Caterus. Caterus is developing the Commonwealth LNG export facility in Cameron Parish, connecting American natural gas with customers around the world, now under construction after reaching its final investment decision in 2026. The project represents a major investment in Louisiana's future, but it's about more than exporting energy. It's about creating jobs, supporting local businesses, strengthening communities, and reinforcing Louisiana's position as one of the world's leading energy hubs. Through its natural gas production and the Commonwealth LNG project, Caterus is helping build an integrated energy platform that connects domestic resources with growing global demand. And as construction continues on Louisiana's Gulf Coast, Caterus is proud to invest in American energy, American workers, and stronger economic future. Caterus, connecting Louisiana energy to the world. All right, so there is a stat. In this day and age, 14 teams make the NFL playoff every single year. Now, there is an average of 5 to 7 new teams every single year that make the playoffs in the NFL in this new format. So I think it's pretty, you can make the assumption that at least 6 teams are going to make the 2026 NFL playoff that were not in the playoffs a year ago. Now, what I want to do here is kind of go around the room and have us all pick a team that we think is set up to make the NFL playoff this year that didn't make it last year. I'm going to start us off. Taylor, you're going to go second. Everybody kind of be ready with some sort of pick. You don't have to have a great reason why. Taylor's going to know everything about every team. But yeah, Taylor, pull up the can you pull up the bracket last year? Let's go through the teams that made it last year.
That'll help.
Yeah, so last year on the AFC side, we had the Houston Texans, Pittsburgh Steelers, the Denver Broncos, Buffalo Bills, Jacksonville Jaguars, the Chargers, and the Patriots. Over on the NFC, we had the Rams, the Panthers, the Seahawks, the Niners, the Eagles, the Packers, and the Bears. All right, the biggest one to me that sticks out like a sore thumb to me is in the NFC North. The Detroit Lions. They are, to me, a team that is going to be a Super Bowl contender. Now, we'll see how far anybody can contend past the Rams this year, just because they are absolutely loaded with talent. But in the 2025 season, they came off a 15-2 season in 2024. They are the NFC's #1 seed. Seemingly didn't make a whole lot of changes, but certainly playing in a very tough division. Some games didn't go their way. But they slipped to 9-8 and missed the playoff a season ago. So to me, with Jared Goff being one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL, certainly in that top 6-7 range, I don't know where he falls, but certainly one of the most consistent, led or was at the top of most of the relevant passing stats, at least a year ago. Certainly filled with talent on the offensive side of the ball. Our guy Kelvin Shepard leading the defense over there. I think they are going to be – they're still that same team, that Dan Campbell team that was 15-2 2 seasons ago.
Yeah.
Now, they of course they slipped last year, but I think they have them. They are very well set up. A lot of talent. I don't see them having another 9-8 season with the way they are coached and the talent that they have over there. So Detroit Lions as our first team to make the playoffs this year that didn't make it a year ago.
Should have been everyone's #1 pick. I actually had this conversation with someone on Friday. Matt, their schedule, they play a fourth-place schedule. Like, they went 9-8, but that division's so good, they play a fourth-place schedule. So not only are they talented.
Crazy? They're going to play a fourth-place schedule.
And the expectations for them were too high a year ago. You replaced both coordinators. Frank Ragnow retired like 2 weeks before the season, so you had to hurry and replace your starting center. They got better as the year went along, but you got home against New Orleans and at Buffalo. Those are tough games. Your next three, the New York Jets, the Carolina Panthers, the Arizona Cardinals, you should win all three of those. Then 2 division games, guess what? They're both at home. You get Green Bay and Minnesota both at home. Then you go at Miami. That's a win there. Like, every tough stretch they have a break. So, like, Green Bay, Minnesota's tough. You have a break with Miami. New England, Tampa, and Chicago's tough. You have a break with Atlanta, then Tennessee. Like, their schedule's really, really good. I think they're talented. That would have been my #1 pick as well.
Very good. All right, let's get Team OTB. Now, a makeshift team here, certainly. But, Richard, do you want to go? You got something? You got a team?
The Bengals.
The Bengals. Who's their quarterback?
Joe Burrow.
Oh, boy.
And everything you've heard that he's comparing the offseason to similar to 2019, he said, go back, check the clips. And this is what I said before then. This is how I feel.
Yeah.
You got the clips of him running extra gassers after practice, getting that extra work in. I think that just mentally, he knows he has to have he wants another big year. Falling off since making it to the Super Bowl. I just think that, he already told us they're going to be really good this year. And I believe it.
Yeah, it would kind of be a disappointment if they weren't after kind of the words he said. Now, you always want your starting quarterback to be ultra confident and have the most confidence going into a season, certainly. So they're going to say, usually you're going to say something to kind of boost your team up or whatever. But I don't think you're going to compare it to that team unless you actually
He
feel.
compared it to what they say the greatest college football team ever.
Absolutely. So this is going to be the greatest NFL team ever
I
assembled
don't know
right
if
here?
he went that far. That's kind of what he means.
All right, I like it. So right now we got the Lions and the Bengals. Taylor, you going to stay in the stay in the AFC or go to the NFC?
I'll go to the NFC, and I was hoping one of those would be available, so I did not have to do this.
Come on.
The jokes are about to come. I'm going to go to the Dallas Cowboys.
I knew I was doing it. I knew it.
Well, and listen,
break.
the reason for is I really like where they stand in the division. Moving on from A.J. Brown, whatever you think of that. Right now you have Devontae Smith, a Dallas Goedert that can't stay healthy, and a big question mark. Yes, the Eagles drafted Mekhi Lemon. He's still a rookie. We haven't seen it from him. They brought in Dontavian Wicks. Solid receiver. He's not A.J. Brown. That team, from what they did at the Super Bowl 2 years ago to last year, including Saquon, took a big step back. What are they going to look like? I like what Dallas did defensively. And if their defense can be competent, we saw how good their offense was a year ago, and Dallas just didn't really lose anything offensively. And because they underperformed a year ago, their schedule's easy. I mean, you start with the Giants, at the Giants, but what are they? We'll see. Washington, who has a lot to prove this year. Then you're home against Baltimore, who I think is more beatable than they have been in years past. Then you go to the Houston Texans. Which C.J. Stroud are we going to see? Tampa. What Tampa Bay are we going to see? there's a chance, like there's a realistic chance the Cowboys start 3-2, 4-1 to start that season before the division even starts, really. Then you have Philly, that's your big game, but then you have Arizona, Colts, Titans, 3 of the next 5. So I mean, it's a winnable division. It's a makeable schedule. I think they've gotten better defensively to go along with a good offense. So like as much as I hate to do it, as much
you
as
don't
people
hate
are gonna
to do nothing.
no, and as much as people are gonna, I am the most pessimistic Cowboys fan there is, but they're set up well for success this year on paper.
Okay, there you go. So, surprise to absolutely nobody. No. Taylor's choosing the Cowboys.
I did not want to.
All right, so right now, of our 6 teams that we think are going to make the NFL playoffs in 2026 that did not reach that goal in 2025, we got the Detroit Lions and the Dallas Cowboys out of the NFC and the Cincinnati Bengals in the AFC. All right, we are going to get to our next 3 teams when we come back right here on Off the Bench.
Off the bench.
All right, go to RussellPools.com. Russell Pool Company, Louisiana's leader. The best company you think of when you think of the highest quality custom pool in all of Louisiana. So they are Chris Anderson and his team over there. They've been doing this a very long time. They are the experts in everything swimming pools. So whether it is a brand new pool, you can go and talk to them. They got 2 landscape architects on staff over there. You can take your vision to them. You can take your dream to them. Or if you don't have anything like that, call and get that consultation. They'll ask you questions about your likes, your dislikes, what you want, what you need, what your budget is. And they can do anything from a resort-style pool to a basic pool. They can do everything. And also pool renovations as well. Like, it's something you don't really think of when you think of like a pool company being an expert at renovating a pool. So if you buy a house and there's already an old pool there, maybe you've been living in a house a long time and it's time to update that pool. You want to change the shape. You want to change the depth. You want to change everything around it. Well, you can't just do it. Not every old company can't do it, but they are the experts at it. So go check them out today at russellpools.com.
But you know I'm not afraid to put down everything. I wanna know you so well.
Tigers turn talkers. This is Off the Bench.
Could I have seen you a second time? I wanna know what you think of me. Yeah,
All right, welcome back here off the bench.
on my face when no
Monday show brought to you by Bayou Automotive. All right, if you want to update your house, Richard, if you're like, man, this living room, this bedroom, this doesn't seem finished. There's something missing here.
Yeah.
Well, if you're tired of looking at outdated blinds, maybe some harsh sunlight coming through, or rooms that just don't feel finished, it's time to call K2Z Interiors and Outdoor Living. K2Z brings the showroom directly to your home with free in-home consultations, helping you find the perfect custom window treatments to fit your style, your needs, and your budget. From custom blinds and shades, the plantation shutters, beautiful drapes, even motorized window coverings. They have solutions for every room in your home. Plus, their mobile showroom works around your schedule, making the process simple and stress-free. Best of all, K2Z Interiors and Outdoor Living, they offer free installation on blinds, shades, and shutters so you enjoy a professional look without the hassle. Serving Louisiana for nearly 30 years. K2Z is locally owned and committed to helping you create a more comfortable and beautiful home. Learn more and schedule your free consultation with Brandon Barden and his team today at K2ZBlinds.com. All right, we are here at Off the Bench. We are picking 6 teams that are going to make the NFL playoffs this year that did not make it 1 year ago. The average when this new 14-team playoff structure is 5 to 7 teams every single year are new into the playoffs. So we are picking right in the middle of that. We're picking 6 teams. So currently we have the Lions, the Cowboys, and the Bengals. Luke, you got something for us. Come on. Hit us on something.
I got a good one. I mean, it's kind of chalk, but I'm going to go Baltimore Ravens.
Baltimore Ravens. Lamar Jackson.
Fully healthy Lamar.
The new coach.
Yeah, new coach.
Every time he gets a new offensive coordinator, I think he wins MVP as well.
Yeah. So.
All right, so I don't know much about their strength of schedule. I assumed it's a little bit light because of their just because I believe we looked this up like 2 months ago. I think when it comes to Vegas, I think they were tied for the highest win total over under.
Yeah, like being favored per game.
I'm assuming the Rams have surpassed that now, but I think Vegas had it at 12.5 wins.
So look, I mean, Their first 5 is.
And they won 7 last year, right?
Yeah,
won
their
8.
first
They won
5
8,
and
9.
6 is not bad. So the Colts, they looked really good before they got banged up a year ago. Saints should be better. Cowboys should be better, but Tennessee, I'll take the Ravens. I'll take the Ravens over the Falcons. I'll take the Ravens over the Browns. So I mean, at worst, you're 3-3. There's a chance you're 5-1 after the first 6 games.
Yep. Yeah, I like that pick a lot. I know Vegas likes it, so I like it. Lamar, I don't think you're going to keep him down 2 years in a row like that. It's a rarity if the Ravens, led by Lamar Jackson, are winning 7 or 8 games. 12.5 seems a little steep, but I certainly can see them making the playoffs. So that gives us the Bengals and the Ravens making it out of the AFC North, which would put my guy A-Rod and the Steelers out, which I don't love. I hope he goes out on a good note this year. I hope the Steelers get back to at least winning a playoff game. I hope that for him and his career. But on paper, looking at it, like I can see the argument for the Bengals and the Ravens certainly coming out of that division into the playoffs. All right, so it's back to me. Don't love the Cowboys, Taylor.
Sorry.
I love that you are the one that had to say them.
I did. I didn't want to.
So this is threatening us, like sound like we're pandering a little bit. I'm going the Saints. And I think I'm going the Saints because I think it's going to be a coin toss. I think it's going to be a coin toss between who wins this division. I'm not saying because they're going to be one of the best 14 teams in the NFL. I'm not saying that, certainly. But they are the weakest division in all of professional football. NFC South is up in the air. Who's going to win this? I think got some new tools, got some new weapons on the team, a second-year head coach, or specifically a second-year starting quarterback. And I always talk about how the biggest jump that can be made and should be made is between year 1 and 2 for a quarterback. New weapons, Jordan Tyson, we're seeing that. Now, I know there is a real depth issue, and you have to strike a little bit of luck as the Saints from an injury standpoint. You have to avoid too many injuries. It's football. I got it. There's going to be some bruises. There's going to be some sprained ankles. There's going to be injuries that happen. Next man up mentality has to take place, but at a certain point, you do start to run out of that high-quality backup. So hopefully they can strike a little bit of luck. I'm going to guess they do. I'm going to hope that they do. We're not going to predict here on, August 10th that there are going to be a lot of injuries. But there's just the Panthers are the Panthers. We know what they're going to be. We know what Bryce Young is. We don't, there's not this huge ceiling on him. We know what that team is. Okay, the Falcons, what are they going to do at quarterback? They got 2 lefties that, yes, while talented, suffer from injuries. So what are they going to do? They're very talented. They've paid everybody now. They've paid Bijan. They've paid Drake London. They've paid Kyle Pitts. What does that depth look like after you've paid for all those positions? And then the Bucs, you go down to Tampa Bay. They probably are the Vegas favorite, I'm assuming. But of course, there is a lot of drama happening with them, with Baker being mad at the Bucs being mad at Baker. Now, his whole situation could go one of 2 ways. He could go be an MVP this year. I could see him just being a little he's that kind of guy, just to rub it in. He's going to go have the best year of his career. I could see that happening. Yeah. And if that happens, then the Bucs are probably going to be the leader in the clubhouse at the end of the season to make the playoffs out of the South. But I think we can comfortably say that there's not going to be a wild card that comes out of the South. It's going to be whoever wins the worst division in the NFL. Now, we've seen crazier things happen. We've seen what we thought was going to be the worst division come out and not be the worst division. So we'll see what happens with these interdivision games and things like that. So Saints certainly can play with their starting 22. They can play with anybody. I'm not going to say they can beat everybody. They can play with anybody. It's all about that injury and that depth. Will it rear an ugly head this year or not? We'll see. But I'm going to pick the Saints. It's a coin flip to me.
Yeah, it's tough. Injury. I mean, they lost a key piece on the offensive line earlier this week. Mm-hmm. They're going to be razor thin going in the rest of the season.
Yep. We'll see in a couple of weeks too. What kind of moves does Mickey and the front office make with other cuts and round teams and filling in some gaps and some depth pieces? Sometimes you can find some diamonds in the rough too at the end of training camp.
I think you made the right pick there because, again, if you don't think it's the Panthers, most of us are down on the Falcons like you should be. Mm-hmm. If you think it's a coin flip between the Saints and Bucs, if you're going off of vibes right now, like you mentioned, it ain't good vibes down there in Tampa. Baker didn't have a new deal. He's mad. Vita Vea requested a trade and is not practicing at training camp. That's their best interior defensive lineman. So, no, I'm with you. Like, things are kind of looking up in New Orleans, at least a little bit more so than Tampa. I think that was the correct pick in that division.
Boom. I did it. Those are guarantees. It ain't no guess. All right, we got one more spot in the playoffs. Are you going to the AFC?
Yeah, I'm going to go to the AFC, and I got to be honest, the AFC's tougher.
It's a tough division.
I think it's tougher. Like, it's tough to find teams.
NFC more top-heavy. It's kind of like the Big Ten SEC.
Yeah, NFC, you got about four teams that are really good. Outside of that, anybody can make it. AFC, I mean, there's
just a lot of good teams.
Yeah, there's just a lot of good teams. I'll go the Indianapolis Colts, though, just because of what we saw last year with Daniel Jones and what it looked like without him. So they go 8-9 a year ago. They were 8-2 and lost their final 7 games of the season. Dude, they brought in Phillip Rivers, who hadn't played in 2 years. That's how bad their quarterback situation was.
8-2, and you don't make the playoffs.
8-2, you lost 7 games in a row. I mean, you lost to the Chiefs in overtime, not a playoff team. Now, everybody else was good. I mean, Texans, Jags, Seahawks, Niners, Jags, Texans. Like, that's 6 games in a row against playoff teams. That's a tough way to end the season. But it just, they weren't close games. Like, you lost to the 49ers 48-27. 23-17 to the Jaguars. Like, you weren't putting up points. You paid Jonathan Taylor, so your best players paid. You paid Alec Pierce, you know who your wide receiver 1 is. If Daniel Jones could come back to form, that offense already played together last year and put up a lot of points in doing so. So if they're healthy, their schedule's not the worst. Like, it starts out bad. Baltimore, KC, Houston, Washington.
Mm-hmm.
After that 4, Pittsburgh, what are they going to look like? Tennessee, I still don't think is going to be very good. Minnesota, I don't think is going to be very good. Jacksonville, toss-up. Dallas, toss-up. Miami's not very good. So, like, your first 4 is bad. The next 5 games are all pretty winnable. You do that, you finish the season Tennessee, Cincinnati, Cleveland, all winnable games for the Colts, and then a game against Jacksonville, which could be for the division. So, I mean, their schedule's not as bottom-heavy as it was a year ago with 6 straight playoff teams. But, yeah, if Daniel Jones is back, their offense was rolling with him.
Is he back beginning of the season, or is he going to be a couple weeks into it? I can't remember because torn Achilles, of course. That's always kind of hit or miss on how the body responds to the surgery, to the healing, to the recovery, rehab.
There's good reports out of camp.
Okay.
Now, I mean, if he misses a game, it's the opener, but honestly, that's a tough game anyway. They may lose that with Daniel Jones anyways. So
it is wild to say, like, the AFC South kind of been like the NFC South this year for a long time. Like the worst division in football. They're sneaky one of the best. Like,
because
if you draw the AFC South as the team you have to have an interdivision, like the matchups with, that is a tough division.
What, Jacksonville won 12 games a year ago.
Jacksonville was a wild card team last year.
You hope Tennessee is better with Cam Ward.
Yep.
The Colts were a Daniel Jones injury away. And then the Texans.
Texans have the best defense. If C.J. Stroud just plays like a pedestrian NFL quarterback and not like a high school quarterback like he did last year, like, they are dangerous. Like, that defense is for real scary. So that is a very tough division. And you look, and to your point with the AFC, like, you look around the AFC, there's at least 2 teams in every division that you're like, yeah, I could see there's a path to the playoffs for them. Go to the East, you got the Bills and the Patriots. Patriots, of course, how they did last year.
You got in the West, there's 3.
There's 3.
Broncos, Chargers, and if Mahomes gets hot, they could still make it.
Yep. And then we'll see what the AFC North brings us this year.
Is the AFC North the weakest division in the AFC this year?
Right. To go into the year, to go into the season, yes.
And a lot of people a couple years ago thought it was the toughest.
And by the end of this season, it could again be playing like one of the toughest if the Bengals can figure out how to play defense and Joe Burrow stays healthy. That we know what that offense is going to be. Lamar gets back into his regular form, and hopefully Aaron can have a great last season. That could end up being a really, really good division as well. So, to your point, the AFC from top to bottom, a lot more loaded than the NFC, but the NFC, of course, top heavy with the Rams, the Seahawks, what I think will be the Lions again that are going to bounce back very strong. So interesting stuff. So we do know that probably more than likely, based on the average of every year, there's going to be 5 to 7. So about 6 new teams that are going to make the NFL playoffs. So really fun to kind of go around the NFL. Now, what we didn't talk about was who was getting dropped from the playoffs. Maybe we'll get into that a little bit tomorrow. But, yeah, a lot of interesting stuff there out of the NFL. So we'll see how it plays out. But, moral of the story, go Saints. Make the playoffs. Come on now. All right. Get your questions in for Ask the Bench. We are going to go to break. And then when we come back, we're going to do a little Ask the Bench segment right here off the bench.
Off the bench.
All right, Richard, do you have a roof at home?
Yeah. Really important.
It's very important. Some would say probably, if not one of the most important pieces of a house.
It is the first thing that you need to survive.
Yeah, and if it's not working, well, your house isn't working. So you need a roof. And if you have a roof and need a roof repair, a roof replacement, a brand new roof, go to Pelican Roof, pelicanroof.com, the most trusted roofing company in Louisiana because they're a Louisiana company. They got offices in Baton Rouge, offices in Lafayette. And if you sign up with Pelican Roof to do a project, they are going to dedicate a project manager to your job and only your job until it's done the right way. It's done the Pelican way. So no driving across the basin for the crews or the project manager. They're going to be right there. And they are going to do it the Pelican way. And like you drive by it in like a neighborhood or something, you see Pelican Roof signs. You see like a nice clean workplace, an efficient workplace. And that's what you want when people are working, when your house is ripped open. So call them for a consultation. They're the best in the business. 5-star reviews everywhere. Go to pelicanroof.com.
Tigers turn talkers. This is Off the Bench.
I'm still alive, but I'm barely breathing.
All right.
Just praying to a God that I don't believe.
All right, welcome back here. Off the Bench, closing out the show here on a Monday morning. Monday show brought to you by Automotive. We appreciate your time today. We appreciate you joining in. So let's get to a little Ask the Bench here. Richard, you ready?
Yes, sir.
All right. Hashtag Ask the Bench. Brought to you by Ice Cold Delicious Dos Equis. I know you love a beer, too.
Oh, yeah.
And it's Dos Equis. Nice, fresh
time.
cut lime.
Good
Ooh,
stuff.
doggy. What is the Saints' record after the first 5 games? Now, I'll give you the first 5 games, Richie. At the Lions, at Baltimore, home against the Raiders, home against the Falcons, home against the Vikings.
3-2.
3-2. I like that. Little tiny Kyler, not going to get it done. So they're going to start off 0-2, I'm
0-2.
assuming. 0-2. Yeah, the Ravens are going to be tough. Those are 2 tough road games to start with. Taylor, what do you think?
I think they actually start 0-2 and 3-2. I think that's the correct
Vikings
choice.
are going to be so interesting to me this year.
Can't believe I know what I'm doing.
They got weapons too.
I think Kyler's going to be really good this year. I mean, what really good is that's in the eye of the beholder.
Yeah.
I guess, but like, I think you're going to see better Kyler this year than you ever saw in Arizona.
It's a team that won 9 games a year ago.
Team that won 9 games
with bad quarterback play.
with 9 playing quarterback for you. All right, let's see here. Okay, if you had to choose only one destination for every future vacation, where is it?
That's tough.
You a beach guy or like a mountain guy?
I like both. I grew up on the beach.
Why can't
so
I have both?
I'm not a big like sand guy. Like
Yeah.
going out there and getting sandy. Like my parents live on the beach still, and when I leave something in the boat, I'm like, God dang it, I don't want to walk out there
Yeah.
and get sand all over me again just to get my wallet or something.
Mm-hmm.
But now I've been going to a mountain home up in North Carolina, and I did really enjoy it. I think I enjoyed going to the mountains more than the beach now.
Yeah, I would pick the mountains for like I would do like a fly fishing trip in the mountains.
Yeah.
Like in the heat, we live in the heat, so escaping from that, doing a fly fishing trip. Like beaches are great, but I would rather just like the scenery. It's an event to do. It's a thing to do that I really enjoy to do. So,
Yeah.
And I did it. I hadn't done it in a long time, but we did it. Took Huck to do it in May, and we had just a fantastic time. Beautiful mountains, beautiful scenery, but I would rather go to the mountains than the beach. That's just me. Taylor, what do you think?
Yeah, mountains. I mean, Montana, Wyoming. We loved when we went to Yellowstone a couple summers ago. So anywhere in that area would be great.
Luke?
I'm going mountains. North Carolina, somewhere in Maggie Valley, Wyoming.
Okay.
So my parents have a house in Burnsville, North Carolina.
Oh, no.
And they got 3 or 4 acres up there. They're actually there right now.
Awesome. I love that.
He was sitting on the porch yesterday afternoon, and he had like 7 or 8 deer out in the field he was watching. All of a sudden, they scattered. He showed a big old black bear coming walking through the yard.
All right. We'll go Ask the Bench, brought to you by Ice Cold Dos Equis. If you had to choose, change one thing about Baton Rouge, what would it be?
Better traffic.
Traffic.
I would change the heat. Just make it cooler here in
that'd be
Baton Rouge. If I could
Can
change.
you just do it in Baton Rouge and not the surrounding cities? Because you're asking about Baton Rouge.
Yeah, I mean, I would just change the heat. Just drop her about 10 degrees on average. Throughout the year, it'd be fine with me.
Perfect.
Anything? Luke, got anything? It's perfect.
I hate summers here.
I know.
Hate them.
I know. Right now, it's pretty miserable. This is the worst part of the year. Got to get through it. Stay hydrated with My High. Go to drinkmyhigh.com if you want perfect hydration. Richard, thank you so much for filling in. I know it's effort, and we appreciate it.
It's no problem,
The
dude.
listeners appreciate it because they're tired of hearing me talk. So have somebody else's voice is great. So, but we appreciate you at home listening. We hope you have a great Monday. Check in with Richard. Maybe he'll be back a little bit later this week. Stick with us. We love you. We love USA.
Off the bench.
All right, do you want to get feeling younger again? Do you want to get feeling better again? Do you want to, potentially look better again? Go to Rejuvame Medical, rejuvamemedical.com. They got 13 locations across Louisiana. They even got one in Mississippi, Richard. So you go check them out. Yeah. Close to Diverville. All right. Go check them out. They have and their locations are awesome. Medically staffed, beautiful, clean. You go in there and you have a consultation with them. Say, hey, this is what I'm feeling, man. I'm feeling like really lethargic. I don't have energy. I don't have that zest for life. Maybe in the bedroom's a little bit different than it used to be. So go get that energy back. Go get that youthful feeling back. Hormone replacement therapy, testosterone replacement. Get those hormones balanced to where they should be for your age. It's not about being like high hormones or high tests. It's not like going and getting juice so you can go to the weight room. No, it's just about feeling the right way for your age. So go check them out. The best in the business. Louisiana's leader for 10 years. RejuvameMedical.com.